What is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my post-event recap for UFC 316. Going to be breaking down these fights. What happened? What happened at UFC 316? Give my reaction on some of these fights. And this is something new that I'm doing. I did one last week. I want to keep it lighthearted. I want to keep it fun. I want to keep it exciting. I want to break down what the heck happened at UFC 316. So, do me a favor, guys. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing more content like this. I don't have the graphics up tonight, but that's my bad. But we do have the Tapology up. And the first fight up, we have Maderos versus Mark the Shark Chinsky. So, Maderos pulled out of a fight last week. He pulled out of the fight due to a sickness, an illness. Was not able to fight last week against Balajiogi. He then takes on a much easier matchup in Mark Chinsky. And yeah, this was the best Maderos has looked thus far in the UFC, because his first two UFC fights, Austin Hubbard and the Atlantic Winona's fight, they were close fights. They could have went either way. This was a pretty clear win for Maderos. The leg kicks were a big factor. Mark Chinsky, he came in on short notice. He showed a lot of toughness, but I didn't love the game plan of Chinsky. Didn't really go and really sell out for that wrestling, D3 wrestling background. Thought he would wrestle a little bit more, but kind of got his legs shoot up, and Maderos was able to win it was like a 30-27 times 2, 29-28. So Maderos won the fight, and yeah, he looked good. And hopefully Maderos doesn't do this again. I mean, Maderos is a guy that he's pulled out of 2 fights so far in his career, his very short UFC career, and he's gotten 2 easier opponents. Hopefully, he goes out there and fights the correct guy this time around. Shout out to Maderos. He looked great. Moving on to the next fight, we will talk about Quinlan Salkild going against Yanal Ashmoz. And yeah, this was a fun fight. I mean, we shouted out Mark Chinsky for being tough. Shout out to Yanal Ashmoz for being tough. Yanal Ashmoz was a very tough opponent. He didn't show any quit. And what I liked about Ashmoz quite a bit was just the fact that he didn't give up position. Like, he didn't allow Salkild to get his hooks in. He didn't allow Salkild to get into really any dominant positions. Defensively, Ashmoz looked great, and when the fight was on the feet, especially in that third round, he kind of bit down on the mouthpiece, came forward, and trying to find that finish. But yeah, Salkild got it done. Salkild looked really good, and Salkild's really good. I think Salkild, this guy could be extremely good, because Ashmoz, I know Ashmoz was a very big underdog, but Ashmoz is a very good fighter, and Quinlan Salkild went out there. He beat him 29-28 on 2 of the judges' scorecards and 30-27 on 1 of the judges' scorecards. Salkild looked really good, but Ashmoz, I think he'll be back, and Ashmoz is a very tough guy. So yeah, Quinlan Salkild got it done by decision, kind of what I was expecting in that fight there. Next fight up, we have Ju Sung Yu going against Jeka Sergi. And this was one of my favorite spots of the card from a betting perspective. I bet the fight doesn't go to decision at minus 200. And it closed around minus 260. And, I mean, it came through with flying colors. I mean, could kind of tell early on what was going to happen. I mean, these guys were going to bite down on the mouthpiece and swing and bang. And Ju Sung Yu landed a nasty counter left hook. Looked like it barely landed, to be honest, but Jeka just fell face first into the canvas. The follow-up shot, it was a little uncalled for. A little uncalled for, because Jeka was out. Jeka was out bad. I felt bad for Jeka Sergi. So Ju Sung Yu making his debut, no contender series, no road to UFC. He went out there, he got it done, and he got it done in absolute spectacular fashion. Shout out to Ju Sung Yu. Looking forward to seeing what he does in the future. I mean, Zombie Jr., the nickname, I like it, man. I like this guy. But yeah, Jekka Sergi, probably one of the worst to ever do it. So Ju Sung-yu got it done. Moving on to the next fight. And this was a fight that I was looking forward to. And I was over at... Oh. It was... skipped one. So this is a fight that I was looking forward to. And this was a big, narrative-based fight. Big narrative-based fight here. We had Wong Kong versus Ariana De Silva. And De Silva missed weight by 6 pounds. To be honest, this fight probably shouldn't have happened. This fight probably shouldn't have happened. And then on top of that, Ariana De Silva, her coach or someone came out and said that, basically De Silva has, a tumor in her head. Right, and I'm like, man, this fight probably shouldn't happen, but it did happen. And Wong Kong, I really thought she left De Silva off the hook a little bit. She let her off the hook just a little bit. I mean, I thought she had that KO. I bet the fight to end by KO. Like that spot quite a bit, especially with the narrative circulating about De Silva, and she hurt her leg very badly in round 2. And yeah, Silva looked hurt bad. She covered up, she dropped down the ground, and Kong Wong probably only, honestly, a couple punches away from maybe stopping the fight, because the ref was taking a good look at De Silva prior to that big leg kick. But Wong Kong kind of let her off the hook, and the fight went to the 3rd round, and Wong Kong wins, and she wins by decision, and she wins pretty easily, and that's a good win. I mean, that's a very good win against a very good striker in Ariana De Silva. So, Kong Wong, she wins the fight. I don't cash my bet, but she gets it done. She gets it done by decision there. Next up, we have Andreas Gustafsson going against Chaos Williams. And yeah, so I was looking forward to this fight. I was looking forward to this fight quite a bit. I was over at my brother's house with a couple of friends, and I was like, I'll tell my brother, this guy Gustafsson, he's going to bring a fun fight. He's going to bring a very fun fight. He posted on his Instagram that he's going to go full retard. And yeah, he kind of did. And it was kind of crazy. Gustafsson not only wins the fight, but he wins the fight 30-26 on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards. The fight's not even close. I don't think Chaos Williams barely landed anything the entire fight. It says he landed 39 strikes. I don't remember any of that happening. It was just Gustafsson sticking on him like glue. Andreas Gustafsson, I had a big bet on him to win by knockout against Officer Trevin Giles last week, and I'm almost certain that bet would have cashed. Because Gustafsson tonight, if that Gustafsson shows up tonight, he's finishing most opponents in the division. So, shout out to Andreas Gustafsson. He knows what he's good at, and that's just going in there, putting you against the cage and landing knees, elbows, just draining you, and incredible performance from Andreas Gustafsson. Absolutely got to give him some props there for the win. Next up, we have Sergey Spivac going against Waldo Cortez Acosta. And yeah, I had a bet on Spivac to win the fight. Had a bet on Spivac to win the fight inside the distance. My worst bet of the night. Worst bet of the card. I have no words. I have no words to describe what the hell. What the absolute hell Sergey Spivac was doing tonight. What the hell are you doing, Sergey Spivac? He barely goes for any takedowns. I mean, this is a guy in Waldo Cortez Acosta who's getting ragdolled by Marcos Rogério de Lima, getting ragdolled by Thomas Peterson. Even Chase Sherman's taken down Waldo. But you're telling me Sergey Spivac is struggling to take this guy down? I don't get it. I absolutely do not get it. With that said, though, it was a close fight. I went on Twitter after the fight. A lot of people thought that Spivac won. Was I one of those people? Maybe. I mean, I thought Spivac might have got round 1, maybe round 3. Maybe, but at the end of the day, I mean, Spivac has nobody to blame but himself. I mean, if he thought he would go out there and outstrike Waldo over the course of 3 rounds, I mean, he was dead wrong. And that was a horrible game plan. So, yeah, Waldo wins. Waldo wins by decision. But Spivac came out there with one of the worst game plans I think I've ever seen in my entire life. But yeah, Waldo wins. All right. Next up, we got Mzakonov going against Brenton Hibero. I had Mzakonov in the under 1.5, the same game parlay. I needed Mzakonov to win by finish, win by knockout, and win it within the first 7.5 minutes. Then he did that. Landed a nice left hook, wobbled Hibero, and I'm not sure what, I think it was, who was reffing that? Whoever was reffing that fight, was it Beltran? Yeah, it was Beltran. What are you waiting for, Mike Beltran? What are you waiting for? This guy Hibero was, dead to rights. Took 30 unanswered shots. I mean, the fight should have been stopped a lot sooner, but yeah, cashed the Mzakonov in the under 1.5 same game parlay. Mzakonov won. He won as a big favorite and kind of played out how I kind of thought it would. You know, Mzakonov is a very good fighter. Not too active, but when he does fight, he's very good at doing so. So yeah, Mzakonov won with flying colors. Up next, we have Joshua Van going against Bruno Silva. And this made my night. This fight right here, it absolutely made my night. I had the fight doesn't go to decision. Decent sized bet there at plus 120, beat some line movement. Then I also bet Joshua Van to win by KO in the second or third round. And I wasn't going to bet it. I wasn't going to bet it because I always lose on Joshua Van 2-3 props. And it's funny. I posted on Twitter, on X, around, there's 2 minutes left in the third round. There's 2 minutes left in the third. I'm like, one of these days, Joshua Van 2-3 is going to hit. Because it's been bad beat after bad beat after bad beat with Joshua Van 2-3 props. They're always on the table, but they never hit. They never hit. And I tweeted them, one day they're going to hit. Because I thought that the knee that Van landed against Silva in the second round, I thought that was going to end the fight. It didn't. But Van finally landed that shot late in the third round, finished Bruno Silva. I cashed the fight doesn't go. I cashed the Van 2-3 KO, and that was a massive, massive hit. Finally, Van 2-3, it comes through. So thank you, Joshua Van, for that. Great performance. Joshua Van looked incredible. I mean, this guy, honestly, Joshua Van could fight for a title one day. This guy's only, 23 years old? Joshua Van, we could see him fight for a title one day. Joshua Van's legit. His takedown defense has improved leaps and bounds. The striking is incredible. Cardio's no problem. Joshua Van is a serious problem for the flyweight division. Shout out to Joshua Van for that incredible performance. Moving on to the next fight. This is my big fight of the night. This was my fight of the night. My night came down to this fight. And if you guys know me, you guys know that I never, ever say anything's a lock. Ever. I never say anything's a lock, but I posted the short videos on YouTube Shorts, on Instagram, on the Reels, and on TikTok, and I said my lock of the week, the biggest lock of the week is Kevin Holland. I'm very confident in Kevin Holland. I was getting pissed a little bit, man, because I had a big bet on Holland inside the distance. It was my biggest bet of the card. And it's Holland was talking to Luque the whole time. From the start of the fight to the finish, he was talking nonstop talking. He did hurt Luque bad with an elbow in the first round. And in the second round, lands a big shot. And then cinches up the anaconda choke, man. And so that's why I bet Holland inside the distance instead of the knockout prop. Because I could absolutely see a Darce or an anaconda. I knew that was on the table, so didn't get greedy. Took Holland inside the distance. My biggest play of the night. It came through with flying colors. I'm a big fan of Luque, but at the end of the day, Luque's taken a ton of damage. He's been through a lot, and Luque got subbed, so I needed that bad, and that right there sealed me a winning night. Up next, we have probably the most disappointing fight of the card. Apache Mix, Mario Batista. I sprinkled Batista by sub, or mix by sub, and I beat a ton of line movement as well. Got a very good price on it at a plus 400. It closed on some books at like plus 200, which was annoying. And Mix proceeded to go out there and just completely crap the bed. I mean, the fight wasn't even remotely close. 30-27 on 2 of the 3 scorecards. Sal D'Amato did give Apache Mix one of the rounds. I'm guessing the third. And Apache Mix went out there and proceeded to attempt a total of 1 takedowns. He attempted a total of 1 takedown. I don't get it. This is a guy in Apache Mix who was talking a lot of crap throughout the week, saying that he's looking right through Batista. He's saying that he can beat Merab, he can beat O'Malley. Shut the hell up, Apache Mix. That was just an absolute horse shit performance. Incredible grappler, attempted 1 takedown, and that takedown that he attempted was completely half-assed. Wasn't even close. That had to have been one of the worst performances I've seen in my entire life from Apache Mix. So Apache Mix talked all this crap, and he got served by Mario Batista. The fight wasn't even close, and even the crooked, corrupt judges got something like that right. So yeah, shout out to Mario Batista, got the job done, and Apache Mix should be absolutely ashamed of himself for such a terrible performance there. Up next, Pyfer Gastelum. I didn't have anything on this fight. I actually picked Pyfer and picked Pyfer by decision. The problem I had with this fight is I thought that Pyfer could win by decision, could win by knockout, could win by submission potentially. Ended up winning by decision. Thought he might win by knockout. He actually did knock down Gastelum. I think officially they gave him 2 knockdowns. I counted 3 in that first round. But after that, it was kind of just all Pyfer. Gastelum landed a couple big shots here and there, but yeah, pretty easy win for Pyfer. 30-27s, or 30-27, 29-27, and then a 29-28. So yeah, Pyfer by decision. Not much happened there outside of the first round. Then with the co-main event, we got Kayla Harrison going against Juliana Pena. Now, I was worried about this one. I had the under 3.5 rounds here for the Pena-Harrison fight, and I was worried. I mean, it was almost getting to round 3. I was like, come on, Kayla, let's go. Let's finish Juliana Pena. Let's get it done. Come on. Let's do it. And then she just randomly goes for a Kimura, and that's that. And that's the fight. So I'll take it. I'll take it 9 times out of 10. I had the under 3.5. Harrison by sub. It was a great bet for anybody that got on it. And it was Harrison. It was Harrison all day. And I thought Pena's path to victory is like a Hail Mary, like a 4th or 5th round, come from behind type thing. So yeah, Harrison got it done. And Harrison got it done with flying colors. And they faced off. I mean, Nunes and Harrison faced off. That was freaking sweet. I want to see that fight. I could not be more excited for Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes. That'd be an incredible fight. I hope it happens, and I hope it happens by the end of the year. That'd be incredible. All right, main event. Merab Dvalishvili going against Sean O'Malley. So I didn't have much here. I just had a sprinkle on the fight ends by split, and then Sean O'Malley by split, which were looking great. I mean, split decision was looking great up until the fight ended. And a lot of people were on O'Malley, and I get it. But, yeah, I actually didn't see the finish. Because Merab took O'Malley down with like 1 minute in the round. I went upstairs to grab a drink. I thought the round was over. And then all of a sudden I hear, and still, I'm like, what happened? And then apparently Merab tapped out Sean O'Malley. And I did see the replay, and they called it a guillotine. And it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, that's a bad look. I mean, O'Malley looked decent. Round 1, round 2. I thought both round 1, round 2 were competitive rounds. They were close rounds. I thought it might have been like 1-1 going into the third, but yeah, getting submitted by Merab is it's a horrible look. I mean, Merab finishes nobody. Merab subs nobody. So for Sean O'Malley to get submitted by Merab, it was just a very bad look to me. But yeah, and still, Merab wins. Merab probably is going to fight Sandhagen next. Who the hell knows what O'Malley's going to do? I mean, I don't know who O'Malley's going to fight next, but I don't know. That kind of surprised me. I did pick Merab by decision. I didn't feel great about it. But, yeah, he got it done, and got it done by submission, which, yeah, that's kind of a shocking result to me. So, overall, it was a solid night. Solid night for me. Pretty good night from a betting perspective. I think I went 9-4 on picks. So, it was solid. But, yeah, fun card. It was a fun card. Some really good fights. Some fights that ended very quickly. There's some bad fights, like some fights that I could kind of care less about. But overall, I'd say it was a pretty good card. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Did you guys have a good night? Let me know what you guys cashed on, or any bad beats you guys had. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the card. And next week I'll be back with some actual graphics. I hate having to use Tapology, but kind of wasn't thinking and I was not able to get the graphics for this card. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and best of luck, guys, for UFC Atlanta coming up, and we'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.